Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Gooner. Listen, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Welcome to the preview of Arsenal versus Sheffield. Now, before I get into that, I am going to quickly go through the Europa League draw because the draw was made earlier today at lunchtime, and I'm going to run you through Arsenal's group. Do smash a like on this video, do hit the subscribe button, and do share the content around. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, let's crack on. I'm going to start off with the Europa League draw group because it was made earlier, and we have been drawn in Group B along with Rapid Vienna, Molde, I can't even pronounce that fucking name, and Dundalk, a team from Ireland. So a fairly easy draw when you look on it. I think it's a fairly easy draw anyway. I think all three of those games are winnable games. Rapid Vienna might cause us a few problems because they've got a good number of tricky players in their side. But overall, you'd expect Arsenal to top the group. If we don't top the group, then I'm going to be looking to ask serious questions of this team and of Mikel Arteta. But yeah, we should be looking to top this group. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Europa League draw, whether you're happy with that. I am not going to go through all the other teams in all the other groups because, quite frankly, I don't really care. I just hope that Tottenham lose. But yeah, listen, I ain't going to go through all of them. But let me know what you think, because bearing in mind as well, the Europa League is one of our routes into the Champions League. So we need to start the tournament well, get into the knockout stages, and then kick on from there. Listen, I know the group stages of the Europa League is pretty crap, pretty boring. Nobody is really interested in the group stage of the Europa League. It's all about the knockout stages. But actually, we don't have far-flung places to go to. Well, not that us fans can go to them anyway, because we can't fucking go to games at the moment. But yeah, we don't have far-flung places to go to. And actually, when you look on it, on paper, we should be topping that group and progressing far in the tournament. So let me know what you guys think about the Europa League. Let me know what you think about the draw. Leave it in the comments down below. In the chats down below, and I am going to read some of them out once I have talked about Arsenal Sheffield. But before I get into talking about Arsenal v Sheffield and the game that's happening on Sunday, I just want to draw your attention to a couple of things that's happening on this channel. So on Monday, don't forget, I've got the big deadline day stream, the massive deadline day stream. I'm streaming from 9:30 in the morning, going all the way right through the day on deadline day, and then finishing maybe about 11:30, 12 a.m. at midnight. So do come and check that out. I've got various guests on. I've got a couple of people confirmed already. I've got Kevin Campbell coming on. I've got Claude and the Bansters coming on. And I think Harry Symeou is going to pop in as well on that stream. So, and I've got to confirm a couple of other people as well. I'm not entirely sure of the timings yet because they haven't confirmed. Obviously, you know that those guys have their own channels and it's going to be whatever they can fit in around doing their own channels. So I'll get back to you guys on timings. But yeah, do tune in from Monday. Would really appreciate it. Anyway, let's crack on to Arsenal versus Sheffield. Now, this game, we should win this game comfortably, in my opinion. You know, Sheffield not having the best of times at the moment. They're really struggling. They had some form last season. You know, they did really well. They had that fantastic season last season. But this season, they have really struggled. And, you know, they've not really done well at all. You know, they're pretty disappointing start to the season. So on paper, we should win this quite comfortably. But as you guys know, things don't always go to plan when things are concerning Arsenal, because we do have the capacity to kind of fuck up, and Sheffield might pull something out of the bag against us. So we've got to be on it. We have really got to be on it this game. And, we're going to be looking to bounce back, because we had that tricky game up at Anfield on Monday. Disappointing game, if you ask me. The players underperformed in that game. They really, really underperformed. So you're going to be looking at players with experience, like Aubameyang, like Lacazette, Willian, Granit Xhaka, our defence, Kieran Tierney. You're going to be looking at those kind of players to step up their game, because they really did underperform on Monday. And we were lucky to stay in the game, and only lose the game 3-1, because it was not a great performance on Monday. So I'm looking at this and looking that the players need to bounce back. They need to put in a performance. It's hard to predict as well what the lineup is going to be for this game, because you never know who's going to be coming in. You never know who's going to be out the door. Certainly going at outgoings, because coming in, listen, any players that's coming in now is not going to play in this game. But outgoings, like Kolasinac, is he going to Leverkusen? It was pretty strange that he played that game yesterday if a move is imminent to Leverkusen. You're looking at Torreira. He's obviously on his way out, going to Atletico Madrid. That's pretty much a done deal. And then you're looking at, Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He was linked again to United this week. So it's going to be interesting to see what team is played, with outgoings in mind. I'm not too worried about incomings, because they will happen on deadline day, and they're not going to be fit for this Sunday, and they're not going to play for this Sunday. I do expect, though, to see Gabriel back in the team this Sunday. I expect to see him. Pretty strange why he wasn't in the starting lineup on Monday, considering yesterday he had a really, really good game. A really, really good game. So I expect to see him back in the team. I don't want to see David Luiz. I do not want to see David Luiz play, because this guy, so slow, inexperienced. You saw again on Monday how many mistakes the guy made. I do not want to see that clown anywhere near this team for Sunday. We've got Gabriel. He's a young player. You can develop him. You can coach him. Yes, he's going to make mistakes, but you can't coach and develop David Luiz. He's too old. He's too set in his ways. You just can't do it. So I want to see Gabriel come in to this team. Listen, I'm going to get on to the lineup, which I think that I want to see, which I think that maybe Arteta will start with. So in goal, Bernd Leno, listen, pretty straightforward. He had a pretty good game yesterday. Didn't do too well on Monday against Liverpool, but yesterday was pretty decent. Still worries me a little bit that he can't catch the ball. It's kind of concerning. He needs to catch the ball more often instead of punching it into the danger areas. If you're asking me, am I confident in Bernd Leno as a goalkeeper? I think I am, but he needs to start catching more of those balls instead of punching them into danger areas. Because I tell you one thing, that's where we are going to concede a lot of goals this season. You think of all the top quality strikers and attackers that are in the Premier League, and if he keeps doing that against some of the better sides, listen, you saw it on Monday, how Liverpool capitalised on some of those errors. So if he does that from time to time across this season, that's where we're going to concede a lot of our goals. So he needs to start catching crosses more, being more commanding in the box instead of punching them into the danger areas and just flapping at it. I'm not saying that he isn't a great keeper. He is. He's a fantastic keeper. But he needs to do better in terms of being more confident when he's coming for crosses, when he's catching balls. And I want to see less of that punching into the danger area. So, yeah, in goal, Bernd Leno, pretty straightforward. The back three, because I do think Arteta is going to stick to a back three for this game. And my back three would be Gabriel, Holding, and Kieran Tierney. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, why are you putting Rob Holding in there? But listen, the reason why I'm putting Rob Holding in is that I'll get my words out eventually. The reason why I'm putting Rob Holding there, now I know he's struggled and hasn't had a great game. I would like to see him over David Luiz. The likelihood is Arteta's probably going to put David Luiz in Holding. He's probably going to drop Gabriel out, which in my opinion would be a massive, massive mistake. But I would like to see Gabriel and Holding and Tierney. I think that would be, again, Holding's not had a good start lately, but you can develop him. You can develop him and you can coach him. You can't do that with David Luiz. So that would be my choice, Gabriel, Holding, and Tierney. Listen, Tierney didn't have a great game on Monday. He needs to do a lot better. And I think he will. Listen, it's unusual for Tierney to have a bad game. Normally, he's pretty consistent. So that would be my back three. Now, moving into the midfield, the central pairing is, I would like to see Granit Xhaka and Dani Ceballos. I don't want to see this fucking Mohamed El Neni. Jesus Christ. And I certainly don't want to see Xhaka and El Neni, because Xhaka and El Neni, you're going too defensive. And we haven't got no creativity in our midfield. The only creativity, the only creative outlet that we have is Dani Ceballos. And he needs to be in that team until the possibility of Aouar coming in, which is looking the more likely out of the two targets that we're linked with. You need to play Dani Ceballos because he's the only creative outlet that we have in this midfield. So, yeah, I want to see Granit Xhaka and Dani Ceballos in the central pairing in the midfield. Now, the wing-backs, this is where it's gets interesting for me, because although Bellerin's played there and Maitland-Niles has played there, I'm going to change it up a little bit for this game, and I want to see Cedric Suarez as right wing back, and then left wing back, I want to see Bukayo Saka. Listen, this guy needs to play. This guy is playing really well at the moment. He's got his England call up. Fair play to him. Massive congratulations goes out to him because he deserves it. So I want to see him in that lineup. Listen, I think Maitland-Niles, take him out a little bit. I don't think you necessarily need to put him in the start of this game. So, yeah, I would go with Bukayo Saka. And as for the right wing back, listen, you guys know my thoughts on Bellerin. I don't think he is great at all. He doesn't offer no creative outlet going forward. Defensively, he's not great. So, yeah, I want to see Suarez in there. Suarez, I think, for me, would do a far better job than Bellerin. Moving on to the front three, this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to go with Willian, Lacazette, and Aubameyang. I'd like to see more from Willian as well. Willian, over the last two games, has not done great. Listen, we know against Fulham, he was outstanding, but it is Fulham. It was Fulham. So, you know, we have to take that into account. Listen, Fulham are awful at the moment. They're having a right mare. So I'd like to see Willian perform better in these kind of games. Lacazette, listen, he's been on form, scored in all of his Premier League games this season, all the games that he's played in, he's scored. So I'd like him to continue that form. And then Aubameyang, listen, I'd like to see more from Aubameyang. He's not scored in the last two games. So I'd like to see more from him. And that would be my team, guys. That would be my 11. So, yeah, pretty straightforward. I know I've changed things up a little bit, especially with the wing backs. But I just feel for this game, we need to, where we're lacking is creativity, you know, especially in that central pairing of the midfield and the wing backs. We need to have some creative outlets because we don't have them in the central midfield. And I just think you're weakening yourself if you're putting El Neni and Xhaka in there together. Two defensive midfielders. It's just ludicrous. And it didn't work against Liverpool. and it's not going to work against Sheffield. So we know that Sheffield as well are going to park the bus, are going to, sit and make it hard for Arsenal, which we don't fare well when teams do that. When teams park the bus, we really struggle to break them down because we lack creativity. So the more creative outlets on the pitch you have, it's better for us in those kind of games. So yeah, that's my team. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, I'm going to get into some of your chats now. Do smash a like on this video. Do hit the subscribe button. Do share the channel around. Do share the content around. Really appreciate that. Like I said, I'm just going to quickly give you a reminder. Monday, I'm doing my deadline day stream from 9:30 in the morning, going through till the close of deadline and a little bit beyond that. Sunday is the watch along for the Arsenal Sheffield game. So please do come along and subscribe. Tell all your friends, share the channel around, do your bit to help this channel grow. Listen, I'd really appreciate that. All you regulars in the chat are brilliant and, consistently watching my channel on a day-to-day basis from all the videos and all the streams that I put up there. So really, really big thank you to all of you. Listen, I'm going to get into some of your chats now. I'm going to read some of your chats out and see what you guys are saying. So yeah, I've been going for 16 minutes. I didn't realize, man. Didn't realize I've been going for 16 minutes. Thank you guys for listening. Let's have a look here. Big up to Grant. He said he's happy with the Rangers and Arsenal draw. As I was, like I said, for you guys who are joining late, I covered the draw. I'll just go through that quickly for you now. We have in Arsenal's group, we have Rapid Vienna, Molde, and Dundalk. So pretty straightforward group. We should be at least be top in the group there. So yeah. Hope you're well, Grant, and yeah, I'm very happy with that draw. Big up Simpy. Big up Football with Brownie. Big up Simpy. Simpy says good 11. Grant says, I heard that Arsenal are going to loan out Saliba. Yeah, I've seen that, and I think it'll be a good move for him. And yeah, if he's got some personal issues going on there, I think loaning him back out and getting some more experience, because he is still young, I think will be a good move for him. Because it kind of didn't pan out, the loan thing this year, did it? So maybe loaning him out this year to get a bit more experience, to get him playing consistently in a team, I think will be beneficial to him. So I'm all for that. I know a lot of Arsenal fans are in meltdown over it, but for me, I think that will be a great thing for him. So yeah, I think that will be a great thing for him. Wow, not many chats today. Where is everybody? Jesus Christ, everybody's on holiday. But yeah, listen, it is what it is, isn't it? It is. I think that'll be a good move for Saliba. I think that'll be a fantastic move for Saliba. So yeah, listen. Not much for me to read out then today. So listen, I'm going to wrap up then. If there's not many of you chats to read out. Remember, guys, do smash a like, do hit the subscribe button, and do check out my content coming forward on the channel. So I've got the watch along on Sunday, and then I've got the big deadline day stream on Monday. Listen, I'd really appreciate. Would really appreciate all your support on those streams. Listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a great show as always. And yeah, listen, I'll be back on Sunday for the watch along, and then I'll be back on Monday. So all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy whatever you're doing. And yeah, come on, you Gunners.